Closer to home, a story of heartbreak that's turned to hope, pain to purpose. This month marks 3 years since Smith Station high schooler Lexi Webb was laid to rest. And now the organization named in her honor is making a lasting impact on high schools all across the state. Our News 3 Sacra Gray has that story.
Lexi Webb was a softball star, class president, and a pillar in the Smith Station community. But in February 2019, the girl with the contagious smile tragically lost her life to suicide. As the community mourned the loss of Lexi, what they remembered most was the way she loved others. Thus, the Love Like Lexi project was born. The organization shares Lexi's story at school assemblies and teaches a curriculum that works to instill hope, self-worth, and purpose in students. Andrea Mills, Lexi's mother and founder of the organization, says Lexi's story speaks to people who may be struggling in silence.
The healing comes when I see others make a different decision, a decision that I know she would have made if she would have known that she could, but she didn't know. And we never had those conversations because I didn't know I needed to, so.
Mills never imagined she would be doing this, but after Lexi's death, she looked for answers as she processed her shock. She interviewed people, talked to teachers, counselors. She wanted to figure out what happened and why it happened. As she researched suicide and tried to understand what Lexi was going through, she shared that information with the people around her.
And it brought them some peace and some healing as well, including myself and my family. But when the fifth suicide had happened at Smith Station, I knew it was time for me to speak up.
Something had to be done, and Mills built what she had learned into a curriculum. The first school assembly for the Love Like Lexi project was at Glenwood.
But a lot of those kids knew her, and a lot of the faculty there knew her, and if they didn't, they knew someone that did, and so they were really affected by her death. And so to be in a school where they just receive you and your team and the message so openly, it was incredible.
At each assembly, Lexi's story is told. The story of a normal girl who on the outside seemed to be okay. She had friends, dreams, and passions. In that way, she represents every student.
You see kids slowly start to lean their head on another child. You see kids turn around and kind of nod or look at somebody. You see kids mouth, "Are you okay?" You know, "Are you okay?" They almost immediately start checking in with each other, which I think is really great.
For many students, the message hits especially hard. The assembly is a way for them to admit that they might also need some help too.
It's been beyond eye-opening, priceless. Just this morning, I hugged 2 girls that were bawling because they needed help. There's no, you can't describe that. There's no feeling like that.
After the success at Glenwood, the project took off. As the Love Like Lexi message spread to schools across Alabama and Georgia, one thing was clear. It was a message students needed to hear. The Love Like Lexi project isn't only about suicide prevention, it's about giving students the tools they need to face and navigate through life's challenges. Tools Mills wishes she could have shared with her daughter.
I've been entrusted with this information, and that I feel the responsibility to tell other people, because if I had sat in an assembly, I really believe our family story would be different.
At the end of the assemblies, students go up and sign a banner. That signature marks a decision to choose life.
Then when they get up there and they stand up and they walk up to that banner to sign their name because they're choosing to live, I think that really, really connects with them, because we see a lot of emotion at those banners.
Standing by those banners is a team of volunteers who are there to provide hugs, words of affirmation, or even silence to those who need it. Volunteers like Vicki Pippins, who have experienced the heartbreak of suicide firsthand.
She was my first grandchild. Her name's Kirsten Larson. And my heart, obviously, she was my first grandchild. My granddaughter committed suicide on October 3rd, 2020. And after that, I needed some way to deal with my grief also. And Andrea and I started speaking on text messages, and I told her I wanted to help. I felt like it would help me with my grief.
Like Vicky, several Love Like Lexi project volunteers have lost a loved one to suicide.
So we've got this just group of people who probably never would have connected had they not experienced just this tragedy.
According to the CDC, emergency room visits for suspected suicide attempts rose in adolescents during the pandemic. In the U.S., suicide is the 10th leading cause of death.
It's so common and people don't realize that. Everybody, I really think, knows somebody or has heard of somebody who has lost their life to suicide. So I really think it's connecting other students to realize that they're not the only one and that everyone is going through something, even if it's not suicide, and that they connect through that way.
There's such a stigma around suicide. People don't want to talk about it, but it needs to be talked about. And I think us helping these kids gives me a very fulfilling, even if we only help one child, it's worth it.
Following the assembly, volunteers witness a change in the students. A bully apologizing to the bullied, two friends making amends, a hand extended towards a stranger. The students feel validated. They realize they aren't the only ones struggling.
I just hope a lot of schools give this program an opportunity to be at their school, because there definitely is a need for it in our community and surrounding communities. So I really do hope that people reach out who don't have it in their school to get the program in their school.
Andrea Mills may no longer have her daughter with her, but Lexi's legacy lives on through each student the project impacts. Though Lexi lost her battle, her story encourages others to keep on fighting. More than anything, the world is made a little brighter as others learn to love like Lexi.
And again, that was Sacra Gray reporting for that story this morning. I want to remind you to stay connected with us here at News 3. If you'd like to share this story with someone or really find ways you can get involved with the project, you can find this story and a link to it on our website. That's WRBL.com right there in our video center.